Section 4. You will hear a lecturer giving a talk about the history and significance of salt. First, you have some time to look at questions 31 to 40.
Now listen carefully and answer questions 31 to 40.
Good morning, everyone. Today we are continuing our series on commodities that shaped human civilization. While we often take it for granted today as a simple seasoning on our dinner tables, I want to talk to you about a substance that has shaken economies, started wars, and revolutionized diet: salt. To understand the value of salt, we have to look back to a time before refrigeration. For thousands of years, salt was the primary method for the preservation of meat and fish. This ability to keep food edible for long periods meant that humans were no longer tied to seasonal hunting or farming cycles. They could travel long distances, explore new lands, and sail across oceans without the fear of starvation. The economic value of salt in the ancient world was so high that it often functioned as currency. You might be familiar with the Roman Empire's reliance on it. In fact, the connection between salt and money is embedded in our language. Roman soldiers were famously given a special allowance to purchase salt. The Latin word for this was salarium, which is where we get the modern English word salary. It literally implies that a person is worth their salt. Because it was a necessity for life, rulers quickly realized it was an easy way to make money. Throughout history, from imperial China to the French monarchy, governments have placed heavy taxes on salt. In some cases, these costs became so high that they triggered riots and rebellions, most notably contributing to the unrest that led to the French Revolution. Now, let's look at how salt is actually obtained. Historically, there are two main methods. The first is solar evaporation. This is one of the oldest methods and involves capturing seawater in shallow pools. However, this method is geographically limited because it requires a specific type of climate, specifically one that is hot and dry enough to evaporate the water quickly, leaving the crystals behind. The second method is rock salt mining, where we dig deep into the earth to find ancient underground deposits. Unlike sea salt, rock salt is not always white. Depending on the other minerals found in the earth alongside it, the salt can vary significantly in purity and color, ranging from pink to gray. Moving on to the cultural significance. Salt has long held a symbolic place in society. In Leonardo da Vinci's painting The Last Supper, Judas is shown spilling a salt cellar, which was considered an omen of bad luck or betrayal. Conversely, in many Middle Eastern and European traditions, the act of eating salt with someone was a binding contract of friendship and loyalty. If you had shared salt with someone, you were obliged to protect them. In terms of public health, salt underwent a major change in the 20th century. Governments noticed a high prevalence of goiter, a thyroid condition, in inland populations. To combat this, they began the practice of adding iodine to table salt. This simple public health intervention has been credited with improving the health and cognitive development of millions of people worldwide. In the modern world, the profile of salt consumption has changed. You might be surprised to know that human consumption accounts for a very small fraction of global production. The vast majority of salt produced today goes into the industrial sector. The chemical industry is the biggest consumer, using salt components to create everyday materials, such as plastic and glass. Another major modern use is in infrastructure. In colder climates, millions of tons of rock salt are spread on highways and streets every winter. This lowers the freezing point of water, melting ice and greatly increasing safety for drivers and pedestrians. Finally, looking to the future, we face some environmental challenges. As we look for ways to create fresh water from the ocean through desalination, we are left with a byproduct called brine, a hyper-salty sludge. If not managed correctly, pumping this brine back into the oceans can disrupt the local marine environment, killing fish and destroying coral reefs. So, finding a sustainable use for this byproduct is a key area of current research. That is the end of section 4. You now have 1 minute to check your answers.